Apparently, Bigfoot has been spotted by a family out for a hike in the Canadian wilderness. Now, my standard issue opinion with any video footage that is odd or paranormal is, if I wasn't there and I didn't see it with my own eyes, I remain unconvinced. I definitely take videos like this with a very large grain of salt. Also, my question is, when I see videos like this, is why can't people hold the bloody camera still? Say, what's your opinion about ghosts and shadow people and other things that go bump in the night? Do you think they actually exist? Now, if an object was proven to bring ghosts and shadow people into your home and cause other paranormal activity to occur, would you buy it? Well, here's your opportunity. A seller on an online auction site in New Zealand is offering up a haunted painting for sale after experiencing just one too many weird events in their home. The seller states, purchased at an antique shop, suspect it is haunted, not cursed, but suspect something came into the house with it, he writes. He also goes on to say, fell off the wall one night, and another night a shadowy figure was cast, moving from the upstairs room window where painting is hung. No one in the room. He's selling it because it's just too creepy to have. So I say to you, if you're a true believer, or even if you're a skeptic, I challenge you to buy it. After all, what's the worst that could happen? The residents of southeast Michigan near Detroit, Ontario, Canada, and even parts of Ohio and Pennsylvania were treated to somewhat of an unsettling show at about 8 o'clock Tuesday, January 16th, as a meteor the size of a large chest freezer moving at 28,000 miles per hour collided with the Earth's atmosphere. It put up quite a light show, and its arrival actually spawned a 2.0 magnitude earthquake from the shockwave. As you might have expected, considering our relationship with North Korea, 911 was overwhelmed from calls from worried residents for about 30 minutes after the event. The display is quite rare for Michigan, but not so rare for Earth, as small objects are constantly impacting our atmosphere. Now, if you're living in that area and you fancy yourself a meteorite hunter, I'd say go out and try to get some, because 1 pound of this stuff will fetch you about $1 million. Falling meteorites were picked up by a Doppler weather radar center in the area, and debris might have been spread over a 2.5-mile area of Hamburg Township. A map compiled by NASA shows most of the debris came down along the M36. Now let's go over a couple of frequently asked questions. What if you're going out and you're trying to find a meteorite, but you find it on state land? I would say don't tell anyone, because you might be in for some protracted legal problems. Does your average homeowner's insurance cover meteor strikes? Yes, in fact, it does, and that comes as kind of a shock to me. The Insurance Alliance of Michigan says that most insurance companies cover falling objects, including satellites, asteroids, meteors, and space debris. I didn't know that. The last question I get commonly asked about this, was it prophesied? Yes, it was. Rick Statterfield, 59, said in a video dated December 31st, 2017, I had a dream that a meteor was coming to the Great Lakes. It was going to hit Michigan, and it would cause Ohio and Canada to feel the impact of it. Now, when he says impact, I think that he meant that it was going to hit the ground, not just bounce off the atmosphere. But the fact that he predicted it is cool nonetheless. Remember back in the fall of 2017, The Economist magazine featured on their September 9th cover the findings of Dr. Michael Kosinski with the title, Nowhere to Hide, What Machines Can Tell from Your Face. In the article, Dr. Kosinski alleged that artificial intelligence could infer sexual orientation from just a facial image. This, predictably, caused a media uproar, setting a fire underneath gay rights activists and their supporters. Others were simply labeling it junk science. Well, that same professor has come out yet again to make a prediction that face reading will be able to detect your politics, your IQ, as well as your likelihood to commit a crime. This from TheGuardian.com, from an article written by Sand Levin. Faces contain a significant amount of information, and using large data sets of photos, sophisticated computer programs can uncover trends and learn how to distinguish key traits with a high degree of accuracy. With Kosinski's Gaydar AI, An algorithm used online dating photos to create a program that could correctly identify sexual orientation 91% of the time with men and 83% of the time with women, just by reviewing a handful of photos. Kosinski goes on to say that conservative politicians tend to be more attractive than liberals. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this guy's politics are, but I might have an idea from that statement. Can you imagine what would happen if this was to actually become a thing? Imagine this. Your prospective employer could go onto your Facebook, have the system look at all of your uploaded pictures and decide if you're suitable for that job. Or what about the police department could do the same thing and decide if you're going to commit a crime in the near future. Yeah, you just look like it, so we're going to come over to your house and we're going to arrest you. That sounds suspiciously like that science fiction movie with Tom Cruise, The Minority Report. Yeah, I think that was his name. This technology could also be extremely dangerous for gay people in countries where being gay is punishable by death. Yeah, personally, I think this is a technology better left unexplored. My fellow Prometheans, I'd like to get your feedback on something. I've got a lot of concerns about artificial intelligence. Let's just face it, artificial intelligence is going to be a thing sooner rather than later. And probably a lot sooner. So my question for you is this. Who would you rather see as the owner, creator of the world's first artificially intelligent system? It's certainly not going to be some kind of basement or a garage somewhere. It's most likely going to be a mega corporation with billions of dollars to throw at the problem, like a Walmart. What would the world be like if Walmart was the first to create an AI? Or what about Royal Dutch Shell? They've got millions of dollars to throw around. Or Volkswagen, or Toyota. Or maybe it'll be a tech company like Cisco or Google, or their parent company Alphabet. Google certainly understands the importance of AI. Its CEO recently came out saying, AI is one of the most important things that humanity is working on. It's more profound than electricity or fire. Let's not forget about Facebook. Did you know that Facebook is planning on spending 10 million euros to expand its artificial intelligence center in Paris? What would the world be like if Facebook had the first completely sentient, completely self-aware, fully functional AI? I'll leave that to your imagination. Well, let's take a look at China. China definitely has an interest in AI. For example, in December 2017, the Chinese tech giant Alibaba introduced the company's artificial intelligence ET Brain at a conference. Now take a look at this. This from Nature.com from an article written by David Siranowski, January 15th, 2018. A mountainous district in western Beijing has been tapped to become China's hub for industries based on artificial intelligence. Earlier this month, the Chinese government announced that it will spend the equivalent of $2.1 billion to make a research facility in this region a reality. The government wants it to house 400 companies that will make an estimated 50 billion won a year, developing products and services in cloud computing, big data, biorecognition, and deep learning. Now, I don't know what it is, but I have a definite problem with biorecognition. You see, everything that humanity has ever created has turned out to be a two-edged sword. I could see this technology being used in some very creative and very positive ways, but also in some very incredibly invasive ways. Did you know that last month Google established its own AI research center in Beijing to attract coding prodigies? So it looks like it's going to be a race between governments and corporations, and maybe government-sponsored corporations? Maybe corporate-sponsored governments? I don't know. It's going to be a race between all those guys for who develops the first fully functional AI. I'll quote Google's CEO again. AI is really important, but we have to be concerned about it. It's fair to be worried about it. I wouldn't say we're just being optimistic about it. We want to be thoughtful about it. AI holds the potential for some of the biggest advances we're going to see. And I don't doubt them there. We're going to see some beautiful things, very fascinating things come out of AI. But like I said, almost everything that humanity has ever created has been a double-edged sword. Let's take a look at nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is used to power cities and has already been used to destroy 2 of them, wiping them completely off the face of the earth. And let's just look at accidents. Fukushima. Chernobyl, you can't go there anymore. And then let's take a look at nuclear weapons. We were able to contain and control the spread and development of nuclear weapons through treaties, through the hard work of politicians and diplomats, through dumb luck and maybe a little extraplanetary assistance. But we'll save that discussion possibly for another time. So who's controlling the spread and development of artificial intelligence systems? Do you think that a treaty could hold back the development and deployment of an angry artificial intelligence? What if a corporate AI decided to declare war against a country's AI? What if we had AI wars? Would we get stuck in the middle? What would be the fallout? Was that even possible? So I put it to you, who would you rather see as the father of a system that could quite potentially be used to rule over all of humanity? A country or a corporation?